Sanbonani Dumelang, everybody. You're now tuned into the biggest podcast in the city. I'm talking Groupchat Podcast. And I'm Mabena, also known as Tyrese, and I'm rolling with the lovely.
I am Fat Girl Aesthetics, your next door stylist, also known as Pleasure. Welcome everyone.
Exactly. So what we planned to do with this podcast is just to enhance people's perspective into how we can integrate with each other and have conversations, just like a group chat conversation.
Literally. And we also want people to have a platform where they can refer to concepts where we actually need to think out of the box, where we need to expand our thinking just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just a teeny little bit. So let's dive in.
Yeah, and actually, what's funny is that this topic landed while we were talking with the gents.
Okay.
So I think it's in the headlines right now, and there's a frenzy and a buzz about it in terms of World War III. A possibility of a World War III.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. I've been seeing it as well.
Yeah.
It's everywhere actually. Yeah.
Very much so. So I think the conversation went a little bit like this when we were just speaking that do people actually want world peace, or are these things orchestrated just for the fact that somebody wants to be in the forefront of running the next 5 years or the next 50 years or being the power leading that? So
in a sense, when it comes to world peace, I think we all do want world peace. Destruction for human beings in its natural is not natural. It is not normal at all. We are not meant to live in distraction or constant unease. It's not normal for your physical well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being. So I think the world really strives for world peace, because we have protests, we have strikes all over the world relating to almost any world crisis that we are currently facing. And initially, I think world leaders are now really greedy now, to an extent. It's a power hunger thing, you know, and now everybody is just fighting. It's like, I want to be the lion of the jungle, I want to be the king of the jungle. And now actually now you're going all out, you're literally destroying people's lives, destroying people. So, and nations actually, not just people, nations are being wiped out. So it's really insane. What do you think about it?
I think it's a natural thing, man. I think somewhat I have an opinion that humans are violent in nature because we conquerors. So we actually have to look for the next thing to kind of conquer. We started as in a cave, a man in a cave trying to get the lion, and then after there was progression. Now it's just takes to us like in the modern days, but now it's more technological. It's more in the corporates now, but it's
and also
biological
as well.
Biological also. It's kind of sift through our nature, but it's like we have that core of being vile creatures, right? So and we have a ghost in the house, guys. Yeah, we have a ghost in the house. Can we hear your voice, brother?
One, two. Yeah, this is the ghost speaking. But going to your point, bro. If you think about it, from the First World War, man, it feels like it's like orchestrating the battle of the egos in a sense. You understand? Because it seems like
true.
Yeah, it's like, yo, bro, it's like as gents, we can chill here and every day. Me and Sketchy can chop it up. And I can tell Sketchy yo, dude, I got this big house, bro. And but I want what you got also, you understand, to fill this big house inside. And we both already well off, you understand? It's not like I need what he has. But just because I want everything, I want what Sketchy has. Sketchy nah, bro. I'm not gonna give it to you. That's my resources and stuff. So now, and this is the thing that's feeding my kids, and this and this and this. And I'm like, I hear you, bro, but there's a section of my house that needs the part of your whole house.
Exactly.
And now it's a back and forth and everything.
Actually.
Because as gents, I don't know, don't you think also as gents, we have, it's a war nature in us that we can't, especially when it comes to a level of power. Because man, think about it. Or pleasure, for instance, if you have everything that you always wanted, everything beyond, but it's not enough, what is there that you can do now? Now you're testing boundaries.
Yeah.
Now you're testing spiritual warfare.
Exactly.
You testing certain factors that you know that as big humans, we know that, bro, that's not my control. So if you look at that, I don't know, that's just my
It's a very compelling thought.
It is.
Compelling thought, and just to elaborate further on what you were saying there's like a TikTok clip I came across, and it was just talking about men in general, and the lady was just like really asking if like men don't want to be in marriages, like why don't they just like not be in marriages? And it was a thing of, it's like whoever dies with the most toys wins when it comes to men. So they're trying to show to other men that I have this big house, I have this. And just to elaborate more, it's possessional. Like whoever dies with the most toys actually wins.
Sure.
This is including the kids, the wife. Yes, it's so objectified. And I feel like that's what happens also with the elite. It's like, how much of the world can I own? To push the narrative that we are all trying to push. So, hey, man.
And my chat is, they're doing all of this and we're just a floating rock in the middle of space.
Like we're
doing all this and we'll die eventually. So it's just crazy. I think with what you just said about men are homosocials. They look up to each other. They look at each other. They're like, okay, dude, here's Andy, he's doing this. Okay, here's Sipo, he's doing this. Here's Ian, he's doing this. So I think also with that, you guys tend to see it sometimes as competition and not inspiration.
Very valid. I've never seen it that way. Shut up.
If you have every day, bro, and I see something more that I can get, and especially if I say if I have everything I want and I want to get more, then I know that like I don't mind testing the boundaries of everything. I can break this whole
exactly testing the boundaries.
So it's a sketchy thing, especially now on songs. But like, don't you think it's crazy that world leaders are so intentional on building weapons and nuclear powers, but kids are starving and there's not enough hospitals to accommodate everyone. So don't you think it's kind of, I don't know, inhumane for them to actually think that we'd rather spend on something that's already killing people, even before wars. Even before wars were decided, it's like we actually going to spend billions and billions worth of an economy that could go to an educational system and everything and all this recreation. Isn't it crazy that like people actually have that type of mindset to implement and just say, nah, the world was actually more important. Important.
I feel like it's deeper than that, man.
I truly think it is because with my point of view is that it's like Ian said, it's spiritual. Above it all, I really think it's spiritual because there is no human being who is okay in the head, who can decide that, you know what, I'd rather go clock everybody out instead of, you know what I'm saying, go clock out maybe like the actual criminals. Like we hear stories where people just come out of nowhere and start shooting and killing people. So I think it's deeper than that. I think it has a sense of, I don't know, some level of possession and spiritual warfare, because at this point in time, yes, it's World War III, people are shooting missiles and trying to kill each other and kill everyone, but we are fighting something that's beyond that, and that's something people cannot see with the naked eye. So those are also the kind of things, that's my point of view. My point of view is just a little more spiritual, because I think there is some sort of entity and energy that we have now tapped into already. If you're going to already think it's okay for you to go make a gun, and go come up with these nuclear bombs to kill nations. It starts within you and in your mind, like inside, like what is wrong with you? Are you okay? You know? And so you could have taken all of that effort into doing something, like donate to a charity or something, donate to homeless kids. You understand? Donate to a hospital, do something with it. Instead, you're taking all of that knowledge, all of those resources and money, and you're putting it away to waste. You understand? So yeah, that's my point of view.
Do you think for us to ask for world peace is too much these days, or is it like something that's out of this world too? Because now it seems so natural, because maybe the next 50 to 100 years, when we're not all here, the same cycle continues. So now, is it something that's too much for us to expect? Even though that should be a bare minimum.
Yeah, it should be.
It should be.
Yeah, so don't you think is it something that's too much to ask, or is just something that we are reaching these days for that type of expectation?
I think with that type of expectations, we can't have that. And I'm just gonna land here.
Okay.
You have to have a problem to have funding, right? Okay. So this is why countries kind of orchestrate problems and don't tend to the problem itself from the root. They just tend to the surface, just like that. So in terms of if we're looking at world hunger or trying to get the kids to actually get what they need to get to actually be on the next forefront of leading things, they won't do that because it has to be a problem to kind of move the money throughout. That's why the money is actually being used for missiles and things that actually won't bring world peace. Because if we're all at peace, then who gets to lead that? You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, a world with all peace, a heaven here.
Yeah.
It seems.
Is it possible?
Currently it seems far-fetched because we are experiencing beyond. We are seeing things and hearing things that we would never thought we'd hear or see 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And I'm not saying this just to try to justify the bad things that, maybe just because it's over time it's getting worse or whatever. But I just think it's not necessarily a world war. I think it's a world war of the egos. It's just people's egos, and now they're using props now and missiles and bombs to just fight off whatever. Because if we were to really understand and go deep into the idea of why we are at war, we're gonna just sit and be like, what? Really?
Why are we at war? Yeah.
Why is this actually happening? Why is this an occurrence? So yeah, man, I just feel like world peace is not something that's not far-fetched at all whatsoever. It is not far-fetched. If we were able to do it mandulo back in the day, what is making it difficult now? Put the guns down, guys. So like I said, unlike if we were able to achieve world peace and live harmoniously, mandulo back then, I don't think it would be too difficult for us to do it down. Just put down the guns. Let's speak it out, let's talk it out, hug it out, and move on. Because I think even when we take it to being a child in preschool, we're always taught to sharing is caring. When we're taught manners, let's teach ourselves those manners again as a collective to understand and not have these silly little boundaries, because now it's not just World War III. There's so many other things that classify underneath. Yes, we have xenophobia, we have classism, we have colorism, we have all of these isms that are not supposed to be there. They were not there back then. You understand? So, yeah.
Hey, and this brings us back to the next topic about Gen Z syndrome. I liked how you actually highlighted that back in the days, stuff was so cohesive, and people were able to do what they needed to do with the next person. There was Ubuntu, there was all of this, that we have. And now I feel like we in the Gen Z, we have a Gen Z syndrome, and it's basically like a term, right? That they use. It's not like a diagnosis, psychological diagnosis, but it's basically like a term, in which just highlights behavioral patterns of the people now. So I think we can really dive on that, because I just liked how the contrast between the two worlds of how everything happened back then and what's happening now. So what do you guys think about that?
Coasty.
We can have coasty.
Yeah, coast all the time. I think the Gen Z syndrome. I think because there's a lot of things around that syndrome that's been diagnosed that we've seen with, I guess, that whole generation as a whole, that is also kind of bleeding into the next generation.
Yeah.
You understand your mental health. There's just a lot of lines in between, man. I think to really look at it, I guess in my shoes, it's a rabbit hole for me. It's a rabbit hole. The way I can look at it is that I can look at the syndrome of how it's affecting the next generation.
Oh yeah,
that's how I can look at it. You understand? And because most of us are probably in that same
Gen Z, mostly millennials.
In that bridge there.
Yeah, we're in that bridge.
Yeah, the only thing for us to really understand that syndrome is seeing how it affects the others behind us, because we also a product of the ones before us.
Before us,
we literally a product. So certain things, the traits, the habits now, I'm starting to see them how I also see it myself, and I see with the youngins now. And for them now, it's just like there's no boundaries these days.
Yeah. There's no standard of things.
There's no standard of
things.
Yeah.
In terms of how it was back then for us, maybe the way we were raised, and obviously with the whole how the generation behind us have grown up into technology and stuff. You understand? They don't know something that's called touch grass. They don't know those things. So now, for them, mentally, for them to be on the screen is it's degrading to the mind and to the spirit. You understand?
I didn't actually keep it like that.
Yeah. Actually, I think with what you're saying is absolutely true, because then kids will now tap into the screen more into the real world, you know, and then it also conflicts with reality, because now the child will think that what I'm seeing on screen is what is supposed to be known in reality, and sometimes reality is not the same as what you see on the screen as well. So it also brings that contradiction also.
Don't you think it's like a manufactured reality thing, that they're all trying to get us out of the world into this one?
Yes, I think it's a distraction tactic.
Yeah, it's a distraction.
It kind of is.
And it's working now.
And it's working. They know what they're doing.
Doom scrolling.
How do you guys feel about doom scrolling? Are you guys could you consider yourself as doom scrollers?
No, I don't think. I have my days, but then I don't think I am like a doom scroller like that. I have my days. I do have my days. I think I'm somebody who's preoccupied most of the time, so I don't have the time to be like constantly. But I do have my days where I just don't wanna
I think I'm quite opposite. Hey,
for real?
No, but like my doom scrolling is more information sake. Hey,
Same.
I guess
I'd rather doom scroll feed in my brain. Yes, absolutely.
For real, you are what you eat, you are what you take in.
So it's about even how I set my algorithm, because there was a point where my IG algorithm was
hectic,
So I had to go to Google and say, how can I clean this and restart? So now the things that I can look at now, so even the certain reference about like maybe production and stuff, and I don't mind doom scrolling there, but I also know when I feel like my brain is gonna fall out of my head. I know that I think I've seen this so I need to dive back in. So I think for me, the way I can receive, the way I doom scroll is just enough for me to gather information. And then you're out. Then I'm out. I don't mind entertainment, but I know that the moment I go to the entertainment side of things, I can't stop. Now
entertainment.
Now it's just like it's a back and forth situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I kind of would deal with my addiction.
You guys don't want to know how I deal with mine.
How do you deal with
Yo, guys, it's kind of hectic. Like really, because I was really entertainment based. So kind of like entertainment, but I also kind of like information. But then it gets to like the point I wanted to get into next, which is like information overload. So what I do is just like, I'd be looking at what I want to look at, which is like the information and what I'm trying to gather for myself. Let's say I'm doing accounting or something and I just want to learn some things about accounting. How do I get to this? How do I get to that? But then it happens that the next video is about something that's entertainment related, and now I'm just on that kind of path of learning about Nota and them, what they're doing. Then I'm just in that rabbit hole and it goes deeper and deeper, and then I get lost in that, and like now I'm not really focused on that information. So I was like trying to understand is like, in this day and age, is the reason why we're not actually getting to the actionable steps of our task the reason for this information overload of social media? How do you guys feel about that?
Honestly, it's quite tricky, this one. It's quite very tricky because I'm somebody that uses social media also as like for educational purposes, you know, mostly. And also you get, like you said, you made the example of scrolling when you're tapped in. Now you locked in. You want to learn about this thing, and then scroll, and then you see Paris Fashion Week, and now you wanna watch, you wanna see. So yeah, I think you just need discipline, honestly speaking, because above it all, this is a control. Like you can't actually control how much internet or media you consume, and you can discipline yourself. You can have times in the day where you don't touch your phone at all or any electronic device, you understand, so that you give yourself, read a book, you know, go touch grass, like Annie said. You know what I'm saying? Go take a walk, get some fresh air, you know. So I think you can discipline yourself. And also the thing is with social media, it's broad, so you can find almost anything and everything there. So it's really easy also to get lost in the source, because it's so broad, it's big, it's everywhere, and now it's just like, oh, where do I go? If you know, so it's confusing, and also an overload can really harm you on a neurological point of view, because your brain can only intake a certain amount of information a day, and then if you overload it, obvious, this thing is like a memory card. You start glitching, you know what I'm saying? You start forgetting things and all of that. So it also it goes into depth, man. How it also affects your for your students, it affects your academic life. For people who work, your work life as well, your social life as well. Real. So, yeah, above it all, discipline. Just try to discipline yourself, because too much of something is a problem. Too much of something is a problem.
What would you think?
What do you think?
Information overload?
Yes.
I've had that. And like, it's like opening too many tabs in your brain.
Exactly. It's you're gonna start glitching.
Yeah, you kind of do start glitching, and you kind of start to forget like things that actually nurture you as a human.
Exactly.
Because there's so many stuff open, and I mean, with social media, as you're saying, how broad it was or how broad it is that there's everything for you. Like these things are actually built for engagement purposes.
Literally.
And I think now the biggest opportunity people are looking at is attention. Like that's currency right now.
That is currency.
Like attention is really currency, because if you're spending time on Facebook, they're checking your engagement. If you're spending time on Instagram, if you're spending time here on these social media apps, like it's really about just engagement. And less about us, I guess. Like we another statistic of what they are trying to get us to go to. So hey man,
we are a target.
Yeah, basically, like
literally a target.
Yikes. How you feel, Ghosty?
I don't know, man. I think similar to what they just said. I think it's a discipline thing. You know, putting things in place. It's like, because social media is like another thing to release your dopamine. Now, if you don't have that, then if you don't have an appropriate environment to release your dopamine, then it's a problem. And you're holding on too much of it. So now it's easy for you to fall victim to the bad things. So that's the I guess the formulated structure on just creating what is it? Hurdles? Like at least like our hurdle runners have to jump every day. By the time you get to the finish line, would you want to touch your phone? You know, really, that's the type of discipline of how kind of describe. If you can lay out those things that can challenge you, that can give you that type of, I guess, adrenaline for you to do what you gotta do. By the time you get to the finish line,
you wouldn't want to touch your phone.
You won't really put your phone on a pedestal like that.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, that's what I would say. But what do you think about the typical men and women group chat confessions? So us as brothers, homie can go on a date and you say, gents, today's that day, smash day live, the way we call it.
Hey man,
smash day live, then ABCD happens obviously on the match day, and the boys come back and like, hey dog, what happens? Like,
let's chop it up.
Yeah. Or similar to a woman's factor. Or have a particular experience that they'll share with their girl group chat where they're like, how told me, hey, you won't believe what happened. So, like, what would you think? Like, break down a similar experience of what you guys have probably had. I don't necessarily have to be like relationship, but something that's like the crazy thing that you probably experienced from one of your people in the group chat where they're just like, guys, you won't believe what happened. Type of moments. Yeah, that's what I think. That's a broader question too.
Yeah. Should I go?
Yes.
You guys
go.
No, it's because we had, I think me and my friends, right? Well, me and my friends, we had a group chat called Majita Headquarters.
Okay.
So I think that's where we used to like chop it up with like maybe you'd go on a date and come back and we'd ask how that date went and how what's happening. Headquarters basically, like what happened. And it was just like a thing of like, I think when we are like in that group chat, it was just like a thing of talking about how we can get the lady that we want. So because like maybe like I'm a shy guy, right? And I don't know how to text maybe the girl that I want. We'd use that Majita Headquarters to kind of like come together, like so put the minds like together.
Yeah.
And I believe I'm not the only ones. Many gents have that. Y'all have that. Y'all know at home. Y'all have that. We see you guys where you guys have like that just to get that one lady, and if she's giving you a hard time, you're like, gents, hey, she's giving me a hard time, bro. She texted me this. How can I reply? Then the gents are, nah, dog. Say this, say that, and then you send the lady that text, and then sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, and I think that's just the fun of it. Just that ecosystem of building each other as brothers, but I wouldn't say building it per se, but it's just like that ecosystem of helping each other in a way. I mean, we could help each other with better things, but I mean, it's just that I've been in that ecosystem, in that group chat.
Okay.
So you?
Yes, I do actually. I've done it for the longest. Break it down. Oh, Chom, you won't believe what this guy did today.
Yeah.
And then it's also that, like you said, it's like an ecosystem for like a safe space for you guys to kind of grow in a social way, because we have different life experiences, and then also trying to navigate through them. You also need to socially engage with other people and ask their opinions and whatever, and see what's best for you, because at the end of the day, you make the decisions. You are the one who texts the girl, the guy. Yeah. So I think yes, I have those groups. I mean, those groups are for me safe spaces. You know, you send your live location to that group.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to remain safe. That's what I'm saying. It's like a complete safe space. You understand, where you guys have invested in each other emotionally, socially, and you're trying to grow and navigate from that. So
No, I agree with you guys.
Okay.
I wish I could relate.
Okay.
Sorry, you're missing out.
No, I'm missing out. I think I guess I've had that structure, but in terms of just like step by step of like how to approach someone that like do anything. I think for me, hey man, that was something in high school that was that I guess assisted me. The thing is, like, the personal thing is like I don't mind consulting the pros and say, hey, listen, bro, is this hard? She said this, I don't know what to say.
Because it gets there, like, hands are smart like that, bro. Like,
so now we have to screenshot it to
James, like, what do we
what is she saying? What is the tactic?
Hey,
what is she thinking?
What's the context?
What is the context? I don't want to, you tell the chick, I want to say this, then it's just like, you want to lose it, bro, and it gets to those type of, you know, and I think it was a fun moment into it, because I've had a lot of, you know, wow moments in certain group chat where they were just like, you know, you get that particular homeboy that's always been outside and has, you know, very bad luck in love, you know, and we keep telling them, brother, leave those ones, bro.
He doesn't know where the danger is.
Like, you know that line when you're like, I think I found the one. Just trust me, guys. Trust me. This is the one, bro. And you know, is that one homie that you like?
Yeah, it's that one.
You and the one is two different worlds. So it's like, I think, like you said, it's a safe space. It's an entertaining space also, you know, but like, I would always encourage people to go through the experience first and come in. Don't treat it as like a scripted thing. So whether you're talking to a bro or it's like, go through the experience. If you flop, then you're like, just listen, this is what happened. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, and at least rather learn from it. Yes, don't have perspective. Okay, from gents,
it's rough.
Yeah, you get cooked from.
You get cooked for that.
But I think just go through the experience, because I know I have like some of my peers that will come tell me like, but I said this, or she's doing this and everything. I'm like, nah, don't tell me step by step. Go through the experience. Just go through.
And then you come back.
Don't come to me and say.
Go write the exam.
Don't come with every single question. But question A, B. No, go through the experience. If you fail the test, we come back. We walk through the test from scratch all the way up. So that, it's all about life. It's a human experience. So whether it's something, whether you like this person or A, B, C, D, go through the experience first, then come back. I think that's how I would treat it. I can't testify for my brothers, because they're not that type of guys. You probably had that kind of experience where you like, I want to be honest with the chicks, knowing the bruise.
Of course, bro. Like, we took it even a step further. Like, we had a group chat, right? We called it X in the Beach. Right?
X
in the Beach. You know X in the Beach, like TV based. And but like it was really helping people. But it was like back in the days, like high school varsity days, where we'd have like a group chat. Like there was an era where WhatsApp was like group chat based. Like it wasn't like community, but like group chats. There would be group chats. You'd be added to this one, you'd be added to that one. And we had a group chat called X on the Beach, guys. So what would happen is,
this would have been an interesting series.
But it's like a group chat. So there'll obviously be group members, and those group members would obviously have exes, and would bring in the ex. Like, let's say your ex, for example, will bring him in the group chat and start cooking him. Like, what happened? Why did it happen? Are you guys still in love? You know, the whole thing.
Can you bring it back? Can we bring it back?
Can we?
Big ass.
No, but it was wild because some of the things that you heard there, people were really not healed. That's what we found out, that people are not really healing at the rate that they need to be healing. And when we were kind of doing that, it was just like for a fun moment, but it ended up being like a thing of we actually getting to the root of things.
Ish.
And would see the interaction between maybe you and your ex, who's all right, now we see what was happening. You did me wrong like that. You did me wrong like this, and then we'd be able to kind of give an opinion on how to navigate yourselves out and heal. So it was kind of like really nice. But hey, brothers were getting cooked. The brothers were getting super cooked. I won't lie. But should we bring it back?
I think we should ask the members if they want it back.
Yeah, members, should we bring?
Let us know in the comment section if you should bring it back, guys.
Yeah, X on the beach.
X on the group.
What? X in the group.
Yeah.
We'll send you the link. If you have unresolved feelings, we will take it.
Unresolved issues.
If you want to get closure, to help you get the closure that you want. So, that's coming soon.
X on the group.
X on the group.
Coming soon, guys.
Yeah, but I hear you guys because it's a wholesome thing, especially knowing I guess the storyline of how human we are.
Yeah.
You know, from what you expressed, and you just realize that niggas are getting cooked.
Hey, niggas
you did this? What's going on? Like,
homeboy, it wasn't you. This one.
No, bro. But at the end of the day, it's a good way to kind of, I don't know, somehow therapeutic in a way.
Yeah.
And that's
what we actually found out.
That's the one thing I can advocate for.
Okay.
For social media, I think that's the only thing I can advocate for.
Yeah.
The group chats where you just just called character development.
Literally. Yeah, it was.
No, but that's how I would kind of see it. But going back to that, obviously we already had International Women's Day. Shout out to all the women in the
Shout out.
Yeah, you guys, I won't lie, women have a lot of public holidays.
9.
You guys don't want to even share out.
Yes.
We don't, they have this public.
Yes.
They have this one in March, the International Women's Day. Then there's the one for the National Women's Day for.
And there's Mother's Day.
Then there's Mother's Day.
Then there's that one in August, yeah?
Yeah.
That's Women's Day.
That's Women's Day in South Africa, yeah.
Then
there's birthdays. Please count birthdays, because that's a holiday for
Girlfriend Day apparently is also that's the thing. So for us brothers, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if we have to apply it somewhere to also get it's tough because they got March, they got Mother's Day.
Everything.
Yes. So where's the applications for us to also get our own public holiday? Just one day, because think about even all the women, they say they enjoying the International Women's Day, they still got Mother's Day, and they still got the National Women's Day in August, and we okay.
Father's Day, skip Father's Day only.
Yo, skip 1 year, just 2.
What though? What would it be though?
Yeah.
That's the thing, bro. I don't know.
They have men conference day. I think where we gather as men and just talk about.
I think you guys should actually start that.
Yeah.
Host a men's conference and speak to the gents.
Valentine's Day?
That was actually happening on Valentine's Day, where you guys also have Valentine's Day as a
Galentine's.
Yeah,
Galentine's.
And it's funny how actually now on Valentine's Day it's Galentine's and it's men conference. How do we get to that?
We had to get to that.
I think
where's the love?
Yeah.
Where's the love?
Love is enough for 365 days, bro. I think.
Yikes.
Yeah, Valentine's Day in J&J. And I feel like the fact that we don't have a day is because we're busy fighting wars and stuff.
Yeah.
See, exactly.
Yeah, so, hey, I don't know, man. And I think because of those type of things, because it's beautiful that we see women being appreciated.
Yeah.
I won't lie, because from certain things that have held them back in the past and they still overcome. It's beautiful, you understand. But in a brother's perspective, it's like Father's Day is generally what we.
And if you're not a father, then on Father's Day, what are you celebrating, bro?
Then what are we celebrating?
Exactly, we don't have no holidays.
So I think we just need something to kind of recognize that we actually, because for us we don't really prioritize in celebrating ourselves enough the way women do, because that's how women are, I guess, feel so sufficient as they are. You understand? So I don't know. It's just a general perspective.
I think because women were marginalized and they were trying to fight for equality and just get into that space where they are seen, they are heard and celebrated. Hence why we have all these holidays. And I think because we were in the forefront of things, right? In terms of maybe corporate, in terms of maybe socially and everything else, it kind of put us the leverage that we are getting celebrated because we are doing work, right? So I think now that's why there's actually holidays for more women holidays.
I think, with me per se, I think you're right when you say women have been under years of oppression. You know, women couldn't have a bank account until you're either married or you couldn't open a bank account if you're not married or if you didn't have a man, basically. So women were oppressed from, I think, all levels: emotionally, physically, mentally, socially, corporately, everything, basically. Because now that we see the evolution now, women are taking up more space, you understand? And I think it's something to be celebrated, honestly speaking. And I feel like men had the time to decide whether they will have days to celebrate themselves, but then they decide. I think it's the society and the ideas that are attached to being a man. You know, men don't really celebrate like how we celebrate. Women will go all out for their birthdays. You come to a man and he's like, "What you doing for your birthday?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm just chilling at home. I'm not gonna do much." I'm like, "How though?" So it starts within yourself. I think also the society that has now groomed men into this mentality that there's no really time for that. Let's work. And honestly, that builds up, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're also, as Gen Z, I think we're also entering that era where
it's just
we give guys the leverage to celebrate and do things for themselves, and not even just for the people, but for you as the gent, you know, for yourself, for your well-being. I think since you guys don't have much holidays, I think you guys should just celebrate yourselves.
You know what I think? I think we actually do have holidays. Saturday and Sunday. Because people actually,
Monday, you boys holiday.
There's Machita Mondays, but I feel like Saturday and Sunday you'd get people actually where in the hood, like they go to taverns, they gather, watch sports. You know, I think that's what we kind of created our own thing.
I think you guys have a different perspective to how you guys celebrate and pour into each other. So it's probably with ball games and soccer, rugby, drinking, even things like shooting right now. You know, you are doing something, you're celebrating, you're pouring into each other.
Exactly. So we don't really need like a specific day to say, it's for men. Daughter. No, we actually do that on weekends.
Okay.
Quite good. Basically, as I was saying, right, men don't really need a holiday. We have weekends. But now, it's a thing of what happens in those weekends. Is it only just Tarvin stuff? Or like going to the Tarvin, drinking with the gents, out with the boys, enjoying the companionship? Or is it more? Which starts now getting into hookup culture.
Sure.
Hey, how do you guys feel about that?
It's big, it's complex, it's common footy in our generation, you know, and I think it's a substitute for a lot of things. It's a substitute for me personally. I think hookup culture is a substitute for emotional neglect and some sort of emotional suppression, and also the idea that I can just do what I want and leave, It's kind of weird, honestly speaking, but it's normalized. Unfortunately, it is quite normalized, but I think it has something to do with lust and emotional neglect. Yeah.
I like that you touched on lust.
Yes.
And that's a factor that everybody is fighting. And I believe why lust is kind of on the forefront now is just basic on access, just basically on access that we have, like social media and you know, like it's just a click away to talk to someone, number one. Number two, it's just a conversation away when you go out on the weekend. So yikes, lust has everybody by
the chokehold.
The chokehold. Yes. But yeah, with hookup culture, man, people just say it's sexual freedom.
I think it can, for some people, I think it can be justified as that because, I mean, we are human beings and people have their own whatever explorations they have, and whatever desires they want to fulfill. I think sexual freedom also does double and play part, but then are you using that freedom responsibly?
And it's a thing of, is there an emotional consequence? Because now we have the thing situationship. Like how did we go from a relationship to situationship?
Yes.
And it's a term, like it's a broad term that's actually used.
I think it's way too normalized because it's an excuse to kind of get, I guess, the sexual freedom without doing the work of what needs to
the emotional labor.
So it's just like we can do this, but I'm trying to work for commitment. Like it's too draining. Let's just and it's with the hookup culture. It's somehow for some people liberating that they don't have to invest emotionally.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a crazy world. It's a big wave.
It's deep.
Because now it also comes to the transactional factor. Where see, if it's one thing I'm scared of, guys, it's waking up in the morning and then kukupa 5,000. Kikupa 5,000 otherwise. That's very scary. It's a very scary thought to actually wake up with a counterpart that you guys had consent. You know, you were talking, we're chopping it nice, and then it happened that you guys go where you need to go, and then it's a thing of now it wasn't communicated earlier on that I'd actually need that 5K in the morning, and now you have to cough up that 5K otherwise. So
it's also crazy how people capitalize on that.
Exactly.
Also it goes both ways from a woman's perspective. Also,
for real.
Understand it, and it's from a environmental type of thing because yes, it might be going out and everything. I guess people will kind of use the product of the environment to, invade those spaces where it's like this woman was just here having fun. Now, people try to use, I guess, the product of the environment to kind of, kind of force that type of culture upon them. Well, it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone.
Some people just go out just to actually have fun, not to just go hook up.
Do you think Bruellas go out to just have fun or just to pick up women?
They can, but again, it's a product of our environment. If the Blues want to cook,
they want to cook.
Yeah, I can't go. It's gonna sound weird for me to say to the Blues. Nah, I just want to have fun. I can have my drinks and stuff and everything. But they're just like, but they dance, bro. Like, dog, do something. And you like, I get it, bro. But like, it's good music. I'm like, bro.
Exactly.
So it's a big wave of. Unfortunate that like it's hard now to have a discussion about, dude, about love in general. Because we've seen all these or heard these songs, fall in love in the club.
You don't fall in love in the club.
Yeah, because now you don't realize the culture behind it now. You thinking that, oh man,
she's gorgeous.
This guy might be the guy.
She's leg. She's leg.
So
that's my 2 cents on hookup culture.
Yeah, but don't you think it should be communicated though?
I think hookup culture and communication should be best buds. If you want, like, I honestly also believe in not wasting people's time. You know, if you just want what you want, state your matter. Then, am I moving on, or do I engage, or do I not engage? Because at the end of the day, you have choice. So yeah, I mean, let's not waste it. Like as Andy said, some people find it liberating. You understand, to not invest emotionally, and that's okay, because that's a choice, right? So let's communicate, let's tell each other what we want and not waste each other's time is what I believe in. I think that's one thing hookup culture should just at least just try to elevate on. Let's not waste each other's time. Let's state, if you are somebody who's going to want that 5K in the morning, tell the person, listen, I will want money in the morning. You know, period. And then the person will then decide whether they want to continue or not. And then it leaves you, our communication will leave you out of sticky situations, especially when it comes to hookup culture, because it really gets sticky.
It does
you know, it gets really sticky. It goes in deep. Gender-based violence, you'll end up getting robbed and arrested and all of that, basis off of things that could have just easily been solved with just a conversation. So yeah, I believe in not wasting people's time. Communicate, guys. If need be, communicate what you want. If not, then do your thing. You know, live your life. But yeah.
But then, like with that, man, don't you think that it kind of erases the factor that we need to get into real relationships now? If we just hooking up here, hooking up there, hooking up everywhere.
I think people who constantly hook up, I think they have commitment issues. That's what I think. I think you have commitment issues. If you're gonna constantly hook up with different people on different accounts, there's somebody hooking up that really wants to engage with you on a deeper level. Not even just sexually, they want to be romantically interested with you. So yeah. I think it spaces out that notion about us getting into relationships. That's why I'm saying let's communicate. You know what I'm saying? State what you want. Tell, hey, yo, pleasure, I want you. So, are you down? And then if I say no, I don't want.
If pleasure's not down like that, she ain't down like that.
I'm not down like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just communicate and be able to move on and move on from it, you know, because people will also get attached, because the hookup culture, that's what I'm saying, gets really sticky, because you start getting attached now. You understand? Definitely. But you are avoiding commitment, but you're now starting to get attached because So yeah, that's just me, honestly. I just feel like communicate, state your case. Let's see the verdict. As simple as that.
Like Ghosty, do you think it's taking away from relationships, like it's the real relationships?
It's always been, because even if you guys land into a relationship, it's all gonna be based on lust. It's
and the potent of the lustfulness, bro. It's dead.
I can be friends with people that trade together. Until now, when the liquor's not there, now we just look at each other and just realize, what do we live for? So, and so a relationship based on lust is a very dangerous game to have, because actually, if I'm not getting it from you,
I will get it from somebody.
So that's why it's a perpetual cycle of hookup.
That's why it is actually very sticky, because he is definitely right. If I'm not gonna get it here, somebody else is gonna give it.
Because I want what I want.
Exactly.
So my body is used to that.
If
I know that I can't get it from, like, okay, someone else can give it to me.
Exactly.
And it won't give me any type of stress. I know that, like, if it's once off, it's once off. So it builds a
it's very sticky.
So the more you think about it, the more we can unlearn, the more sticky it's gonna get. So it's just, again, communication. Yeah, dude, like, yes, I'm not, people have fun, shout.
Chop it up.
This is the season of having fun.
The
fun is true.
And they're written in fine print,
literally, it's like a right, and rights go along with responsibilities. So
don't forget to read the responsibilities.
Yes, and read the whole fine print,
Please.
all of it.
It's just a culture that, like, unfortunately in our generation, and I'm also seeing with the generation behind us. It became way worse than anticipated. But dude, it's like, have fun, but like understand that this is the world that you're gonna become in, and you're gonna become a product of that
too.
So that's just a layer of our culture.
And you're enabling the next generation to actually kind of see how things are done. They can actually take on, which is
very sticky.
Very sticky. So guys, please don't get caught up in sticky situations. Communicate, guys.
Communicate. Talk it out. So guys, we've come to the very end of our first episode. Don't forget to like, share,
and subscribe.
Right, and don't forget to comment too. We love engaging followers, and we do want to grow this space. We do want to grow this group chat. Exactly. So yes,
guys. And when you do comment, we'll add you into the next group chat from your group admins, Sketchy and
Pleasure, and
of course, Ghosty. Yes, shout out, guys.
Peace.